Last but certainly not least, I'd like to welcome Luke.magnier, Account Manager from Facility Grid. Luke, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Cassie. Can you hear me all right? Just want to confirm.
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Just do a quick screen share here. All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying the showcase as much as I have been. It's a pleasure to be here and present here at the end. For introduction's sake, my name is Luke.magnier. I'm an account manager here at Facility Grid, and I work with a large portion of our commissioning management clients, ensuring their use of the platform is successful. So just as a quick agenda here today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Facility Grid, who we are as a company, a little bit about what we do, highlight some high-level notable features that we have, and then I'll also be touching on our mobile application, so what you're utilizing out in the field while you're on your project sites. And then as per the other sessions, we'll also have a Q&A session at the end, so I can address any questions that might come up. But for those of you who don't know about Facility Grid, we're a purpose-built solution for your QA, QC, and commissioning processes. We were founded in 2012, and we have an industry-experienced leadership team with over 20 years of commissioning experience. We are purpose-built for all those commissioning processes and essentially help you track, verify, and report on all your buildings, systems, and equipment throughout the project lifecycle. We do offer 3 different platforms within Facility Grid. The first being our sustainability management solution. This is built to help you identify and implement facility improvements and energy efficiency measures on your projects. Our standard commissioning management solution, which is meant for streamlining and enhancing your new construction, existing building, and ongoing commissioning processes. And our operational readiness platform, which is purpose-built for mission-critical projects such as data centers, hospitals, which comes with a lot more enhanced functionality. I won't really be touching on that today, but if that is something you'd be interested in exploring further, I'll leave my contact information up at the end of this session. So today, as I mentioned, I'm going to be focusing on the mobile. But before I do that, I did want to touch on security real quick, which applies to all 3 of these platforms that I've mentioned. So as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, in today's age, owners and clients are becoming increasingly, are becoming increasingly demanding and expecting of robust data protection. They care deeply about their security, and it's even becoming a top RFP requirement. Facility Grid was the first SOC 2 compliant commissioning software over 2 years ago. Bear with me, I'm not sure why that's progressing like that. And we also offer, one sec. Sorry about that. We do also offer multi-factor authentication and single sign-on, providing you enterprise-level protection. Facility Grid is continuing to invest in our infrastructure and compliance, and a lot of our customers come to us because of these enhanced security protocols. And now, after touching on security, do just want to emphasize how paramount that is for all your clients today, but we can also jump into the mobile app here. So today's day and age, commissioning partners and trades don't want to be in spreadsheets out in the field. No one wants to be dealing with Excel, Google Sheets, or Smart Sheets, or have to re-enter data into a desktop application after a long day. Easy to use mobile tools are essential for participation and productivity across all your projects. As a company founded by commissioning professionals, we understand this and have developed our mobile application to make field work as easy as possible for our customers. Our mobile app works seamlessly with all iOS, Android, and Windows devices and can be used offline without any internet connection while you're on site. This enables users to access checklists, functional tests, site observations, issues, documents, and all their equipment directly from the mobile application while out in the field. So as you can see here on a typical project's landing page, you can track all your equipment, systems, your tasks in your project, issues, site activities, observations, test forms, etc. We do also provide QR codes that enable you to have instant access to equipment and system records. From our web application, you're able to print out these QR codes and then on site, attach them to any substrate near that piece of equipment. Then you're able to scan into that using the Facility Grid app, which will take you directly to that equipment record. This will show you basically everything that has happened with this piece of equipment and is really great, especially after the project has turned over, for building owners to really have a great sense of what's happened with their equipment in the past and what they need to look forward to in the future. We also have our enhanced mobile sync functionality, which makes things even easier. It allows users to selectively sync the items that they're going to use out in the field, as opposed to an entire project. And so our mobile app is helping drive participation, not only from the commissioning team, but also from the trades and other project participants. It gives everyone an easy way to share updates and information on what's happening in the field and just to make sure everything is current on that project lifecycle. Many of our trades customers and commissioning customers tell us they keep the app open, quote, all day long for that quick and easy access to project updates, issue resolution, etc. So this is how we're helping drive productivity and participation when out in the field using our mobile app. And I'll be going through some slides just demonstrating some of the different functionalities, just given the time constraint as opposed to showing it live. Touching back to our QR codes, as I mentioned, you can create these directly in the web application and print them out. This is an example of one for our air handling unit here. As you can see, we'll have the name of the piece of the equipment and its location. From here, you can scan this QR code and it'll take us directly to the equipment record in the Facility Grid app. So as you can see, I have some nice information regarding the specific air handling unit. We'll have the description, installation date, commissioning date, warranty, maintenance schedule, and the location, service area, and any fed from and feed to feeds. Further down, you'll have a central repository of all associated test forms, so your pre-functionals and your functional performance tests, any issues, documents, or observations that will also be tied to this specific piece of equipment. So it's a very easy way to know exactly what's going on with your equipment, and with the QR codes, you'll be able to access them directly in the Facility Grid app. What we've also added with our mobile app is this My Home section. So in a given project, depending on how large or how many issues you may come across, it can be difficult for all participants of a project to understand what exactly they're responsible for in a timely manner with easy access. Using our home section here, you'll have two modules. You'll have your issues section and your checklist section. These will only populate in your issues with issues that have been created by you or you are responsible for. And then you'll be able to see them in their respective statuses, whether they're open, pending approval, in review, or closed. You can then jump into each of these statuses, which will populate all those issues, and you can jump directly into a single issue, add a response, and ensure that it's being rectified by the specific resolution due date. Same thing goes with my checklist section. This will only populate checklists or pre-functionals that you have responsibility items for. It'll cut through the noise and not populate all the other checklists on the entire project. So a really great way to boost buy-in from all project participants and ensure that everyone's understanding what's falling on their plate. Jumping into a specific issue here, you're able to see all the equipment details while you're out on site regarding these specific issues. Be able to see the description, designated priority status, the schedule impacts, what it's related to, in this case, a site visit, the location, a resolution due date, an issue type or issue root cause. And then at the bottom, you'll be able to see who assigned it, who it's assigned to, and also attach any images if need be. You can then jump into the response section and actively add a response. In this case, you could say the issue has been resolved, in which case it will go to the commissioning team to ensure that the status is complete. So it's a super easy way to deal with your issues and resolution logs while out in the field. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to have a strong Wi-Fi connection or a strong mobile connection. This will work offline. Within our master's issue log in the mobile app, which will populate all of the issues on this given project, we have several filters you can use to find specific issues, to create updates for or issue a resolution. Utilizing this 3-bar icon in the upper right-hand corner, you'll be able to filter down by things like status, priority, location, responsibility, code, response, issue type, and issue root cause. You can also use the search bar to look for a specific word. This will allow you to filter through all of the issues on your given project and find exactly what you're looking for. And then we also have a My Issues button, which, similar to the My Home section, will populate all issues that you have either created or have been assigned to you. Within the issue log, we can see that it's been color coded. You'll be able to see the different statuses in terms of what's open, what's been work completed, and what's closed out. So it's a really easy way to understand the nature of your issues, how they're progressing, and ultimately what's closed by the end of the project. We now have an actions menu in the bottom right-hand corner. So this is for when you're utilizing the mobile app in the bottom or in the field. All you have to do is navigate to the actions menu, and there are a couple different things you can create from here. You can create a site observation report and designate things like specific systems you reviewed or specific purposes for the site observation report. You can create an observation, so anything you notice out in the field that you think should be tracked within your commissioning process. And then we can also create any issues, and then we can tie these to functional performance tests, issues, or pre-functionals, any specific pieces of equipment. And then we can take pictures and then scan our QR codes that I was mentioning earlier. On a specific site visit, we allow you to access site visit data. You can update observations, issues, add pictures, and do a whole lot more. In this specific site visit, we can designate the date that it was performed, assess the status, the actual location on the project where the site visit was conducted, can associate all relevant equipment or systems that are going to be tied to this specific site visit, and then we'll have our issues and observations that'll populate from what we found on this walk. From here, after you've accumulated any issues and observations, any pictures from this specific site visit, when you're done in the field for the day and you have access to a strong signal, all you would do is synchronize with this button in the top right-hand corner. This will push all updates back to the web application and facility grid, where you can generate a site observation report and distribute that to all external stakeholders, any participants on the projects who should be viewing that. So it's a super easy way to build out anything like that, your custom reporting, and then can create that directly from the web application. In our checklist section, we have a similar filtering capability. Using that 3-bar icon in the upper right-hand corner, you're able to sort through all the checklists on a given project in the mobile app. You can sort by the search bar, looking for specific words, or the status, type, and location. Similarly, we have the My Checklist section, which will populate only checklists that you or as a trade have been assigned responsibility to. It's important to note everything in Facility Grid is permissible. We can have multiple trades working on the same checklist, and you're able to associate specific responsibilities on a line item by line item basis. This enables or disables the need for having multiple checklists for the same piece of equipment, as all those contractors will be able to work together on that same checklist, not be able to answer any questions that aren't designated their responsibility, and can associate issues, attach any images, any documents from that checklist as well. Now, actually updating the status and sign off in the field with a given checklist. In the description section, you'll have some background information regarding that specific pre-functional, like equipment information. You can conduct your equipment verification, so making sure your installed equipment is as designed. And then in the questionnaire, you're going to be able to go through each individual line item. It's a simple click-through exercise with the None button for each individual line item. You can click through it. It'll take you through the options of yes, no, or not applicable. And then for each dot, or for each 3 dot on each line item, you can raise an issue, attach an image or a document. So it really makes it easy to finish out all of your pre-functional checklists directly from the mobile app. Similarly, for your functional tests, you have that same capability of taking it out in the field with you. Be able to see the actual functional test name, its status, if there are any open issues in the bottom right-hand corner here. And then we have our progress bar, which is this green line. So you'll be able to see how exactly your functional performance tests are progressing. And then something else that we have in terms of functionality is we do offer multi-complete. So in this case, you can designate it for both pre-functionals and your functional performance tests. Essentially, this enables you to answer your functionals or pre-functionals in a batch fashion or individually. So you can easily associate a image or a document and makes combing through your functional performance tests out in the field a lot quicker of a process. So really just wanted to reiterate how Facility Grid's mobile app is helping drive participation and productivity for all participants in the field. At the end of the day, as I mentioned, when you get back, you have a strong connection. All you need to do is sync your mobile application, and those updates that you created out in the field will sync back with our web application. Three key takeaways I want to leave you all with here today, as I know I'm running up on time. But going back to security, our SOC 2 compliance, multi-factor authentication, and single sign-on really enable you to have that enterprise-grade protection and knowing that you can trust that your data is safe. The easy use with that streamlined mobile application helps drive, increased participation across everyone involved in that project and makes it simple for all to use. It's a very intuitive application. And we're a purpose-built solution. We're designed by commissioning experts and supported by best-in-class service, whether that be our customer success team, our account management team, and our back-end development team. I want to thank you all for being here today and sticking out through the entirety of the virtual showcase. As I mentioned, I'll leave my contact information here. If you are interested in learning more or have a further question that we're not able to address in the Q&A section, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email, give me a call, and thank you again. In terms of our giveaway, all you have to do is type Facility Grid in the Q&A section, and we're giving away a single project to run on the platform for a period of 12 months, which has a value of $4,740. So really excited for that.
All right, thanks so much, Luke. We got a couple questions coming in. The first says, what is the biggest characteristic of the software that sets you apart from your competitors?
Biggest characteristics. That's a great question, and it's quite loaded. There are a lot of things, and I think every platform does something unique in its own way. I think Facility Grid does a great job of allowing you to customize your commissioning process in our platform, and then gives you the tools and the guardrails to trust that it's a well built out process. It's something that you're similar to, but now you're in a digitized solution with added guardrails and more functionality, more things you can do throughout the commissioning process to ensure it goes well.
All right, this person wants to know if the mobile app supports multiple languages.
At the moment, I believe it is hard coded in English. That is a great question. But for the moment, I believe it is strictly English for the mobile application.
All right, and can you tell us a little bit about how the mobile app makes reporting easier at the end of a project?
Yeah, absolutely. So the whole point of the mobile app is to make everything easier in the field and then have it sync back into one centralized location when you're done at the end of the day or at the end of the project. What that looks like I mentioned earlier, in generating that site observation report, you can do so with your issues that you find out in the field that day to create a custom report. And it makes it easier to have it all in that one single repository for all the different aspects of your project. And then we give you the capabilities of creating custom reports, of creating issue reports, and this all contributes to your final commissioning report, right? So it's all about, starting with that end goal in mind and making sure everything throughout the project lifecycle is housed in that central location.
All right, thank you so much, Luke. We appreciate your presentation today,